That's me.
Hello. Are we working now? Maybe we are. Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to BND Live, the Dungeons and Dragons live stream, where a group of high school friends attempts to play Dungeons and Dragons remotely via the internet. With us, as always, we have Stephen as Finric the monk, Erin as Lily the fighter, Tim as Twizzard the wizard, and Chris as Paelias the cleric will be joining us shortly. I am Shawn, your ever faithful and humble DM, and this is BND Live. All right, let's do a little recap from 2 weeks ago. It was DePaul around 1:30, the third day of Cahaver. Onslaught had started the annual meeting of the heads of state of the different city-states of Swabia. You ferried yourselves to shore. You met Swabby Baggins, introduced as Finric, Sally Copperhead, Paelias, Finistel, and Ravenclaw. Pretty sure Paelias was actually Twizzard in that, really. Anyway, you bought a lot of pretzels, beer, and some pickles. You stopped and locked in a room at Billy Butterbottom's Bed and Breakfast, home of the buttery buns. You continued on. By 3 p.m., you're next to the castle. It's in a lake. You scope out the guardhouse, and after some more discussion, you split up. Finistel and Lily watching the guard. The others circumnavigating the lake, trying to find a good place to infiltrate with their familiars. Before the changing of the guard, a high-status woman leaves and heads toward the market. Oh, and at some point, Lily wrote a message to give to Suavi, to give to the cook he knows, to get sent to Hildegard, the daughter of the missing royals. The note said, "We're concerned about the safety of your parents. We would like to meet, if possible, on Desal at Tinuan Meadows at 5:30. -SC."
What's my name? Sally Copperhead.
Sally Copperhead, exactly. So yeah, we'll pick things up. It's around 4:30 p.m. Let's pick things up with Lily and Finistel, since Paelias is not here yet.
I think I was going to follow the lady.
All right. So you will follow. Finistel will keep a lookout. All right. So you're trying not to be seen as you follow her, sort of.
Right. I'm looking at like the carts. Maybe if there's a map, I'll purchase a map of the area.
Give me a perception check.
Oh my goodness! I don't even.
There's a lot of little shops and stalls for the festival, and you're looking for a map of the city or of all of Swabia. What are you looking for?
I think of the city. I'm a tourist. I want to get the lay of the land of the city. Maybe like the greater metropolitan area would be fine as well. So that would be fine. It was a 16.
16. Yeah, no, you spot a smaller, might be like a stationary, part book, part stationary, maybe might have a map. You could go in, but if you're trying to follow the woman, I don't know.
I might lose her.
You might lose her.
I'll make a note. I'll make a mental note of the store.
Okay.
And I'll just, window shop.
Yeah, she is walking with purpose.
Okay.
So just so you know, yeah.
All right. Well, then in between, if she's not looking my way, then I will quicken my pace. But if she kind of looks around, I will, try to focus on the closest stall.
The other thing you notice with the 16 is that people know who she is and they move aside. She like parts the crowd as she walks. You do notice one or two folks who look like they might be out of towners sort of get a little bit of a disdainful look as they don't get out of the way because she clearly expects it. And she heads a little bit into the city and comes to a blacksmith shop.
Oh, someone
That's a
bought the
cool-
blacksmith shop.
That's a cool blacksmith shop.
I was on the fence about buying that last time I was at the Lego store.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I think we need to get it, Tim.
It's all happening.
That's
Look at this.
really
Look at this
cool.
thing. Like you can. Oh wait, hold on. Let me fire up the. Let me fire up the kiln there.
Oh, that's
Oh, nice.
cool. That's really neat.
And there was some good-looking people minifigures with it too, right?
Oh yeah. There's like a dog and a couple that runs it, and then another feature. Let's see
Oh,
what-
that's cool. Well, we need some good blacksmith
tree.
seeds.
Got
Every blacksmith house in Centralia.
apparently exactly every yeah exactly. But look at this. It's crazy, right? Like look at you ready. Just go boom. Take off.
That's
that.
awesome.
Pretty good. You got your. Just take a little tour of this thing.
Is there a salesman-proof wall?
You have a good memory. That's where they eat, and then on the lowest story, that's where he does his business down there. Although Jillian's been playing with it, so you're probably you're taking a nap right now. But,
Hard work.
It's pretty amazing.
That's really cool.
I really think Lego needs to just start making D&D sets, or but maybe that's just me. But yeah, no, she walks over to a well-established blacksmith shop, and Lily, you see her go up and into the door.
All right. Well, I guess maybe Lily will kind of walk around, maybe take her time getting into the store. Maybe she'll see about getting her dagger honed.
Sure. So you want to give it a little bit and then follow?
I'll give it a good like half a minute before walking in.
All right. All right, easily done. So yeah, so you enter in, and the woman who is walking with purpose is talking to, looks like the woman who runs the shop. And you sort of enter, and you can hear them talking. High Steward, your armor will be prepared in the timeline that we agreed upon, but I am sorry, it is just not ready today. Well, I do not approve of that, and we paid you quite well. I think that there might have to be, well, some issue taken with this. Madam, we have been your armorer for the last 100 years. We are doing everything we can, but there is simply a shortage of quality metal if we cannot import it from North Gorson. They have cornered the market. Look, I expect to have the armor ready tomorrow, and if it is not, there will be issues. Okay? And she sort of turns and like haughtily brushes past you as she's leaving. You want to stay or do you want to follow her?
I think I will. Well, Finistal is supposed to be on the lookout.
She's still watching the guard station.
Guard station.
to find
Okay.
the changing of the guard time.
Um,
We sort of retrograded back to when she left, so the guard switching has not yet occurred.
if I'm close to the door, can I see which direction she's heading?
She's heading back toward the castle.
Okay. So I might just ask, out of curiosity, how much does it cost to hone a dagger?
Oh, sorry. What was that? She sort of looks a little put out from the previous conversation.
I just happened to be, here for the festival, and I thought maybe I should hone my dagger, and I present my silver inlay dagger and ask, how much would it be to hone it, and how long would it take? Because I see that you are quite busy.
Yes. I could have my apprentice do it. Just me like 3 copper sounds good to do.
Sure. Yeah, that would be great. And when do you think I'd be able to pick it up, or could I just wait here for it?
It is and are you like holding it out to her?
Oh yeah, I presented it.
Yeah. This is a very nice dagger. Are you a? She sort of like regards you, takes another moment to look at you, and she's like, "You are in town for the festival?
Yes.
Are you meeting with the royals?"
Oh, I would love to, but no, I don't think I could get into that castle. I wasn't given any kind of invitation. I'm nobody special.
Oh, you had a bearing about you, but yes. Could you leave it with me overnight? I see your hesitation. Let me, Wilson. And she like calls out, and another guy comes up, and he's like, "Oh," and she's like, "Have the lady's dagger sharpened perfectly within 2 hours? 2 hours?"
I think 2 hours would be just right.
All right. Thank you.
Do I get some kind of like ticket receipt?
Yes, Wilson, write the woman a receipt.
And I will hand over. Do I pay ahead of time or once it's finished?
And pickup is fine.
Okay.
So Wilson hastily writes out a. You get the idea that this is probably a higher class blacksmith / weapon armorer than most people would go to, and so. But Wilson, ever the dutiful apprentice, writes something out and hands it to you, so you can have it at your will.
Okay. All right. So I'm getting my dagger honed. It's seen some action, so it probably could use a sharpening.
Nice.
All right, then I take my receipt, say I'll be back in a couple hours, and I scurry out the front door.
All right. All right, we've got our cleric. Yeah, let's flash back to these these guys with their brilliant plan. I say with no irony. So to recap, you're sort of you saw the guardhouse here, and then you sort of went over a small bridge there over the river, and here at this point that's very close to the castle was where there was a guard, and then you continued around to the back edge of the castle in the lake.
That's a nice map.
Oh yeah, baby, incarnate. And
Hey.
Hey, Chris.
Hey.
We did a little reconnaissance with Lily, but we're just tuning into you folks right now.
Cool.
So you're on the sort of the back edge of the surrounding. At this point, so sort of if the southern edge of the castle lake was sort of a park, This is getting more into the sort of suburbs. There are still houses here. They're a little farther in between than in the heart of the city. And you get the feeling that if you kept walking west, you'd get out into the surrounding farms. But there's still paths here, and there are still houses on this side. None are too close to the castle, though, and again, there's that sort of walkway for both scenic purposes, but also so that no one can get right up to the edge of the lake without being seen by any sentries. And that is the path that you're on that circumnavigates that.
I guess we were talking earlier about turning into a familiar or polymorphing a familiar, and whether we would do that during the day or whether we would wait until the evening to do some scouting and recon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it makes sense to do it in the evening, right? Because then we have less of a chance to be seen.
I mean, that sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
As long as our familiars don't have an issue looking around at night, right?
Well, the pseudo dragon might have night vision, right?
Yeah, I think it does actually.
I don't know if my chameleon can do jack squat.
Turn in stuff.
He can change colors, but I don't know if that helped at night.
It could be a dark color.
Definitely trip someone. Bite him. Eat a grape.
Eat a grape.
Eat a grape.
Not that grape.
The grape.
You only eat so many.
Eat the grapes.
All right, so we're gonna pick an arbitrary point to release the krakens, or do we want that spot where that one guard was?
Yeah, that is the spot that's closest. There are the back two corners. The moat is probably only, say, 10 feet wide at the back corners. So that would be the southwest and the northwestern corners of the castle. Now there's a bit of a drop into the lake, and then there's a larger stone wall as the castle rises out of the lake.
Well, I think we want to be closest to a point where we can control the familiar. It doesn't have to be like at an entry point, but we want to be like close to a wall as we can, or close to a piece of the castle that we want to be able to control the familiar around.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
what sections of the castle have the actual areas that we're trying to get into? Like the rooms where the nobles are staying.
From what you can see from the outside is there are sort of 4 towers on each of the corners. The 2 near the back, which is where you are, go up 3 stories. The rest of the castle is sort of 2 stories. There's a crenellated battlement along all the edges. And you can see the Queen's Guard patrolling on that battlement.
All right. So we're probably in good shape in the 3-story area. That sounds quite fancy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds good.
Is it dusk right now?
No, at this point it's a little after 4:30.
Okay.
Well, we can get some meat.
Guess
Yeah,
I know that.
you could continue your circumnavigation of the lake and get back to the guardhouse if you wanted, or you could go back the way you came.
So nobody pushing a hot dog cart around the lake?
Not in your current position, no. Most of the festivities are other side of the castle and the main drag that you walked. You basically walked the breadth of the city to get from the docks to the castle.
All right, so we want to head back to town and get some food, link up, and tell everyone what we found.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Do you want to go back the way you came or continue around?
Probably continue around, right? See
Yeah.
It's just
That's
a little
fine.
longer.
Can I come too?
Sorry, what was that, Finric?
Can I come too?
Yeah.
All right, so Finric, Paelias, and Twizzard continue around. Nothing really much of note. Actually, give me perception checks.
6 or 9.
9.
9.
11.
You have no perception that you add?
No.
Wow.
Run me on me.
Adding things is
24.
What is it?
24.
24. All right, so
Vinny does.
yeah.
You're so warm.
Broken nail.
Paelias, as you circle the castle, something that catches your eye is the flag. There is multiple flagpoles set up, and there is the yellow and blue, 2 yellow stripes with a blue stripe in the center that you've sort of seen the most of, and you realize that's probably Augsburg's colors. But you see a purple and yellow, a green and purple, and a sort of a probably not brown, it's probably maroon and yellow. But basically these are the different colors of the city-states of Swabia. You with the 24, you notice that in one of the windows there is a sort of hanging out of the window. There is a what was it? The green and yellow.
Is the window like ajar?
So these are glazed, so they have glass in them, and yes, it is ajar.
That's good news.
It could be our entry point.
Now, whether it'll still be ajar at night, unclear. It is getting into the it's mid to late fall. Cahaver is mid to late fall, so but yeah.
Well, we could use this as an opportunity if we wanted to. I could fly up your chameleon and drop off your chameleon in there, and then he could get around and he wouldn't be spotted as much as my pseudo dragon.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, we could do
is there anybody around us right now?
Give me a perception check again.
2.
You're perceiving well.
Don't look to me for perception.
Yeah, Twizzard is just feeling really hungry and is kind of focused on that. And like, if you're not pushing a hot dog cart, he's really not going to notice you.
That's
I
really
only got a 9.
You don't see anyone looking directly at you at this point, but again, there are buildings nearby, so you're not 100% sure.
Let's are there trees nearby?
There are, just not within 10 feet of the edge of the lake. The 10 feet nearest to the lake is sort of that clear path.
Well, we can go to the trees, but I have 100 feet for my familiar, I think, right?
Yeah, you could definitely go. There's a few trees.
Yeah, if we go to the trees,
houses aren't like packed close. There's still a bit of green between.
But at least we can get a little bit of cover from the trees, and maybe I can get this familiar to go up and around.
Yeah, we might be able to get what we need, just plenty with the space from those trees.
Yeah.
Better to do that and have cover.
Yeah. Let's get a little cover.
Sounds good.
All right, so you guys surreptitiously make your way into the greenery.
Yeah.
All right. Give me stealth checks because you don't want to be seen when you do this.
Right.
Oh, I actually have stealth. Oh yeah. What's happening?
22.
9.
Oh, 17.
Oh yeah, no, you guys feel
dun,
You
Look
guys
at
feel
us.
good.
Yep. Whoa, guys, I didn't even notice you came with me.
Nice. Good job, guys.
All right, so you
All
want
right.
to spamf out your pseudo dragon?
Yeah. Bam.
Finric, you don't have a familiar, so if you want, I can polymorph you into a flying creature.
That seems
Unnecessary.
dangerous. Yeah.
Or is it?
Could be cool.
It also sounds cool.
Well, I leave it up to you.
Well, if we're just scouting, maybe I'll hold off and I'll take your word for whatever your familiars see. But then, like, when we do it for real,
You
I want
got,
to get in there.
you got a polymorph with your name on it.
Sweet.
All right, are you going to see through its eyes?
I need you. Yeah.
Because you can do that up to 100 feet, so you can definitely get. I would say from where you are, you're probably only like 25, 30 feet from the castle wall.
Yeah. I only need to get to the window. It's Twizzard that I'll need to see from the inside.
All right.
Drop me off, brother. Throw my lizard in the window.
All right. So
All right.
wait. Oh, so the lizard is gonna. Wait. What?
So yeah, let's get the lizard on the pseudo dragon, or have the pseudo dragon maybe taken by its claws, if that's easier.
Be gentle.
There you go. There it is. All right. So you're gonna have a lizard riding on a pseudo dragon. Looks pretty good there.
All right. So
That's hilarious.
want to get I think we want to go high. I think we want to get like a decent height
Okay.
to see the lay of the land, and then to see if anyone is like looking out, if anyone's coming toward us, anyone's like looking at us.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go up to the top of the treetops here. What's that, like 60 feet?
Oh, these are city trees. It's less than that. I would say that the trees near you are maybe 20 feet.
Okay, 20 feet. So let's get up to the top there and go about 20, 25 feet.
Okay. Up.
And let's up, straight up.
Okay.
And let's look around to see if there are anybody lurking or anybody that is genuinely like gonna see us. So we want to look like on the grounds in the surrounding area, but also in the castle, like at our height.
All right. Give me. I believe the pseudo dragon has advantage on perception checks. So go ahead and give me pseudo dragon perception.
Do I roll with my my ability multiplier?
No, your pseudo dragons.
No, you should roll with the pseudo dragons.
Well, what's the pseudo dragon's ability?
It is.
Does he add something?
What's going on here? Come on.
Good question.
Come on, app. You're not responding to me. That was weird.
Probably like a 7.
That's what mine is.
Pseudo is PS, right?
Mm-hmm. For postscript.
What did you need? Perception is +3.
Okay, so I'll do a +3, and then I get advantage.
Well, you roll a d20 twice and add 3.
Right.
That's cool, pet. That's not.
Oh, how do you stop this? Oh, okay. Okay, d20 twice.
Wait, where did you see the +3, Erin? Oh, never mind. I see it. Yep.
I should
Okay. And then I'll try another one.
That's a stealth +4. That's good to know too.
Ah. Sneaky dragon.
'Cause that's probably going to
Okay.
be the next roll you make, actually.
It's got
I got
flying
16.
sight for 10 feet.
16.
Yeah.
All right. You can see.
Who's my size to wait?
You can see pretty much all the castle.
It's kind of.
And there's definitely a Queen's Guard on each of the 4 battlements, sort of patrolling back and forth, looking down in the courtyard, looking just sort of around. There are a few
Maybe a
servants or what looked like just sort of castle employees running around in the courtyard. Not running around, but like going about their daily business there. But the thing of note are the patrolling Queen's Guard.
Guards. Okay. So we've got 4 guards, and they're all looking in different directions.
Yeah, there's one on each battlement around the second story.
Okay. So
patrolling
if we flew straight to the window, how many guards could potentially see us? Would there be 2 that could be looking this way?
I mean, depending on how high you can, like if you come in higher, any of them could see you.
Then what?
Any of the guards could see you, but if you come in lower, only the guard on that battlement would be able to see you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. So let's. So how high does the battlement go?
The battlement comes about, I would say, 10 feet out of the water. And there's about 10 feet for the first story and about 10 feet till the next story. And that's the battlement. So 30 feet off the water level is where the person's walking.
Okay, so 30 feet. Okay, and I'm at about 25 right now.
Well, you're at 25 plus the 10 to get out of the lake. So you're actually flying around. Like the top of the battlement is basically at tree height.
Got it.
Only separated by a distance of 25, 30 feet.
So we're going to want to come in a little bit lower, and we're going to want to, so maybe, Tim, then maybe it'd be better to come in low and then just go up the castle wall.
I can climb it if I have to.
Well, yeah, but then you wouldn't really need a pseudo dragon, would you?
I always need it.
I mean, I could fly you over the lake, I guess, and then you could climb the wall if you want.
It's only an emergency. Like, it'd certainly be ideal if you could just fly me to the window.
Yeah,
or,
okay.
Or if you could fly around the windows and look in and find the best one.
So what we want to do is we want to time it so that the guy's not looking toward the window, so that when we're going, and we want to kind of come in low and then fly up the wall to get to the window.
Got it. Cool.
Finric, do you have any distractions?
It would be it would be a big one.
All right.
Like one where we could say, "All right, do it again."
As you guys,
I feel like it would be the one that would cause enough attention and commotion. It would probably be more trouble than it's worth.
I kind of want to know what it is. Okay, pause on that. Think about the plan. We'll flash over to Lily, who's now making her way back from the Royal Blacksmith through these sort of crowded streets back toward the castle.
In the direction that I saw the steward or stewardess. I mean,
yes, definitely. She was referred to as the High Steward, but
all right. So this high steward. I will refer.
I don't know if they go for the S's in Swabia.
No. Okay.
Swabia is the matriarchal society, so I think it's just all assumed.
Okay, so then as I'm heading in that direction, do I happen to see her as I am heading back towards the castle?
With the amount of well, give me a perception check. With the amount of time you spend in there, and with her walking with purpose, she is going straight back. So, yeah,
5.
no, she's pretty far ahead of you.
Okay, well then I might stop in and get a map if the stationery store is still open.
Yeah, no, it's definitely open. Yeah, you sort of get off the busy street into the cooler confines of this shop. It's nice. It's like it's very quiet, and it is has a nice papery, wholesome smell to it, kind of thing. You know, it's like a greeting card store, like a.
Ooh, nice.
That's terrible. Right?
I shouldn't have my dagger. Just hide that behind my back.
Yeah.
Bit hostile.
I want to buy some paper.
Just a letter opener.
Yeah. I would like some envelopes so that I can use my letter opener.
Use my letter opener.
I feel like your sword is way bigger than your dagger.
I know. I took out the dagger, but you still have is it a short sword or a scimitar? I forget what it is.
It is whatever my ancestral weapon was from from Silas. I think it was a scimitar.
Yeah, I think it was a scimitar.
Let me double check on that.
No worries. Oh,
Oh, it is a scimitar.
good evening, madam. Could I help you?
Yes. Do you happen to have maps of the metropolitan area?
Yes. Are you here for the festival?
Oh, yes. And I would like to kind of familiarize myself with the city tonight. I just got in.
Yes, we have a very, very fine quality map. It is for 1 silver.
Oh, thank you very much. I will take one of those fine quality maps.
Yep. You notice like there's like a stack of them. It's like he's kind of ready for this. He's like, yeah. So like, yeah, he hands it over. It is nice quality though. It's on good paper. It's colored. It's inked, as it were.
Thank you.
Do you have any perhaps fine parchment to write the notes or anything like that?
Maybe I do owe somebody some parchment for borrowing it the other day. How much for a couple of sheets of fine parchment?
That would be for you 1 silver, 4 copper.
Would you do 2 silver for both the map and the parchment?
What about 2 silver, 2 copper? 2.
All right, because I'm buying 2. Well, how many pieces of parchment are coming with this?
Two pieces of parchment and 1 map.
Okay, all right, that sounds good. 2.
Very good.
All right, one of those pieces of parchment is for you, Mr. Twizzard.
Oh yeah.
Right, because you let me borrow one of your sheets.
Yes.
That's right, to write the note.
Oh, shit.
Now, would this parchment be of good enough quality that Mr. Twizzard would be able to use it for his spell book,
It needs
or?
to be the highest quality.
Yes, it would be.
Okay, all right. It's the ink that's so expensive.
Yeah, you owe me that too.
Do I owe you ink? Well, thanks.
Anything else?
Actually, do you have any high quality inks? I am sure that you do, considering that you have
certainly.
royalty right down the road.
Certainly, our smallest bottle would be 4 silver.
Do you happen to have anything in maybe a nice dark purple or violet ink?
Oh, very good. Let me see what I can. Let me see. He sort of like rummages around in one of the glass cases, and he comes back, and it's a clear bottle. And as he sort of like tilts it and puts it back, you can see this violety purple ink on the side. Would something like this be good for you?
I think so. Does that seem to match my my shawl here?
Yes, very good. That's very beautiful. Matches your style.
Hi, thank you. All right, so go ahead and throw that in with the parchment and map combo.
He sort of gets out. At this point, he gets out like a paper bag and like there's like a little divider to hold it open so the paper doesn't get like crinkled, and he like hands you the whole package.
All right, so what's the damage?
Shoot, what was it? It was 2 and 2.
You said it was 2, 2, and then was it an
3.
additional 4 silver? Or was it going to be more for color?
No, I think that's right. So 6 silver, 2 copper.
Okay. All right. There you go. And I throw in an extra copper for a tip because
Wunderbar. Thank you,
what kind
ma'am.
of person I am.
Thank you.
I thought the last time I bought ink, it was way more expensive.
Yeah, but you were buying it for doing spells. Plus, you were also buying the spell, weren't you?
I knew that was expensive, but I still think the ink is like 17 gold or
Well,
something.
that's because you need a lot of ink to write it all
You
down.
have to do it like multiple times and stuff.
Like,
And it's
this
a
is so that I can write a letter.
And this is the smallest This is the most, was it the most modestly priced urn?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably good for, a couple of letters.
My tattoo costs like 2 rubies.
Oh, that was so
But
expensive.
yours is magical ink.
Yours is a magical plus that lasts forever.
All
Look,
right, so
my
then
economy is flawless, okay?
I head back towards the last place I left Finistal.
All right. Yeah, you guys had sort of taken up a, not too obvious place to watch the guards, and yeah, so the changing of the guard happened at 5. She tells you as you walk up to her.
Happened at 5. Okay, so
Just a few minutes before you got back.
okay.
And the 2 guards came out as a relief. And the 2 guards at the tower went back by the same stone bridge across into the castle.
All right, so it's not like they're off duty. So-
Well, if they are, they don't do it right away.
All right. Because obviously we're not going to be able to talk to them if they just walked right back into the castle.
Unless we're in the castle.
No, but all right. So I guess I'll sending stone my fellow adventurers and find out where they are and if they want to meet up for dinner.
All right, as you sending stone them, they've just finished their planning. And what's happening?
We're about to fly low and then aim high.
Yeah, we're infiltrating.
Yeah,
So
we're getting in there.
From where you guys are in the trees, you're trying to see the sentry on the battlement of the side of the castle that has the open window, such that when they have their back turned.
Uh-huh.
Now the problem is that from where you are, the battlement is another 20 feet up.
Uh-huh.
So
we could fly higher first
you
to
can
see it.
fly higher to see, and then sort of like.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this is a solid
So
plan.
We'll do like a U. So we'll fly up, and then we'll drop down, and then fly low, and then go back up.
All right, I think the flying is no problem. Give me a stealth check to do the timing of this maneuver. Correct?
Yeah.
And as a pseudo dragon, as we just learned,
Yeah.
you do get a +4.
Still
Nice.
only for Paelias, right?
This is only for Paelias because you're carrying the lizard. Is that?
Yeah, and maybe you should like Camille into my colors.
Done.
All right, good job.
Kneeling.
We're also sort of thinking about like if it wasn't just our pseudo dragons, if we were trying to get ourselves in, how we would do that.
Oh, you mean
Yeah. Well, this is reconnaissance first.
Yeah.
So 17.
All right.
not stealthy?
Oh, that dice is gone. Go to the back of the dice. Yeah, these are the goldfish dice. All right, so the pseudo dragon.
Because Finric, my goal for this is really just to see like what's inside, like to see where things are inside.
So you would like the final resting place of the pseudo dragon will be right near the open window.
Yeah, just to get the chameleon in.
All right, so you execute your U maneuver, and you swoop down low and rest right near the window.
All right, chameleon, here's your stop.
All right, I disengage and scamper up the windowsill.
All right, so Finric, right now, you sort of your two friends are sort of like basically deaf and dumb. They cannot see or hear.
Is that any different than usual?
And the chameleon goes over and looks in the window.
He crawls up the side of the window rather than like looking at the sill. So, because he figures people might be looking at the sill, but not so much the side of it. So he crawls up the side and peeks in the window.
And I said this was the yellow and green, right? I think I said that.
Yellow
Anyway.
and green window.
No, the flag. The
Oh yeah, that's what he said.
All right.
And it's actually, now that you're right up close to it, you see it's more of a gold and green, for what it's worth.
Oh,
And you look inside. So give me a perception for the Twizzard's lizard.
I don't have any perception on that. Ooh, but that's a pretty good roll. Oh my God! Look, 9
Your passive perception is 9.
senses. Ah, crap. Oh,
His regular
passive.
perception is, no, we're like, there's
Nothing-
no
nothing
addition,
special.
so it's just 15.
15.
Well, this
Pretty
is this the Twizzards? Or,
The
sorry,
lizards.
is this the lizards?
Yeah.
15.
Yes.
Okay. You look in this room, and you see a sort of very finely crafted traveling trunk against one wall. A very nice 4-poster bed, curtains sort of not down, but like pulled against the 4 posts. There's a wardrobe. There is a porcelain sort of basin and a porcelain, chamber pot, but fancy chamber pot.
Oh, nasty.
And a small.
Is it full? Can I see if it's full?
You'd have to go inside the room to see if it's.
All right.
But there's a small wooden vanity or desk with a mirror on it. And you see a few things out of the traveling chest. But it's all very neat. The bed is made. There are a few what looks like just sheets of parchment on the desk with an inkwell and a quill pen. But if there's anything that's not sort of the room, it's probably in the chest.
So I can't relay any of this to the people in the tree with me, right?
You can setting stone,
You can
right?
talk. You can talk.
Okay. So I tell them everything that I see.
And can we talk back to him via sending stone?
You could also talk via sending stone.
Okay. So that he can hear us, because he can't hear us otherwise.
Correct.
All right.
Okay, so let's look for entry points, but also important things inside that we want to get.
There's nobody in the room, right? No people I see.
No one in the room. It is a good-sized room, but it's not like there's multiple rooms. There's a single door, which you assume leads to a hallway or something.
Hey, Twizzard,
Mm-hmm.
is the parchment blank?
Yeah, I was curious about that too. Can I scamper over to so I can get a good look at the parchment?
Okay, so you're gonna go into the room and sort of scamper either along the wall or down onto the floor and across.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm turning the color of the wall.
Okay. All right. You get closer, and it is indeed blank.
Dope.
Okay.
Doesn't mean that there's nothing written on it.
Ooh,
Is it blank in Falrus handwriting?
good question.
Do lizards see an infrared or?
I do have dark vision. It says if I can go by the lizard monster manual.
You can go by the lizard monster manual.
All right, but that doesn't mean I can see secret messages on paper.
It does not mean that. No.
You can.
Can you breathe on it?
When do you guys want to chuck me a lemon or something through the window?
Yeah.
Are there lemons in the room?
There are no lemons that you can see.
Invisible lemons. All right. So I pass back. Do you guys want me to explore this room more, or take a look through some of these? See if I can get through these doorways.
Yeah, let's move on to the doorways, I'd say.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna head. So you said there's one big doorway and was there a smaller doorway?
No, just the one door.
Just
It's
the one doorway. Okay.
it's a good-sized room, but it's not like it has like a pre-room or a sitting chamber or anything like that, right? It's just
Before I leave or try and leave, can I get a sense as to like other clothes anywhere?
there are no clothes that you can see.
Okay, I was wondering if I could tell if this is a man or a woman's room, but it doesn't seem like.
From what you can tell, it's someone who writes stuff, maybe, and then there's sort of the traveling trunk. There's not really. Maybe they haven't unpacked, or maybe there's nothing to unpack. It's hard to tell.
All right.
Maybe you could pee on the letter. Maybe that would unleash something.
Okay, so I run over to the letter
Okay.
and I pee on it and I breathe on it.
All right. Give me a nature check.
Nature.
Didn't forget to use that one. Ooh, I have something in it. Oh, but it's not my nature. It's the lizard's nature,
It's
right?
the lizard's nature.
The lizard's nature.
I have nothing in that. I feel like I should have a lot. If it doesn't say it, I've got nothing, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, well, no. So let's see. So nature is wisdom? I want to say it's wisdom.
It's intelligence.
Oh, it's intelligence. All right, never mind. It's intelligence. What's the lizard's intelligence?
Let's not go by any of those anymore. Let's just say if he doesn't have anything, then it's a 0.
It's a negative.
Is it
isn't
negative?
Yeah, it's definitely negative. Lizards aren't very smart.
Those are. It's not the 1.
No, it's a negative 5.
So it's -5.
Your lizard's so dumb.
God, I'm so dumb.
He has
How
a
dumb is
5
he?
modifier.
I'm surprised I didn't walk into this room and die. All right, so I rolled a 16. All right, so we got 11.
11.
All right, so you pee on these sheets of parchment, and you look very closely after peeing, and they are absorbing the pee as they would ink, and you peed on some paper.
All right.
All right,
You got some pee-filled paper now.
I pick up one of my little claws and I pat myself on the back, and then I scamper off towards the door.
All right, how big is this lizard of yours?
I think it's real small.
Yeah, it's like 3.
It's probably no bigger than the hand.
Yeah,
All right.
like it would fit
It's
inside
a tiny
this.
creature.
It is a well-crafted door. There is a gap at the bottom. So go ahead and give me an acrobatics to sort of squiggle underneath the door there.
I feel like if it's like a mouse, if the skull can fit, the rest of it can.
Acrobatics 17.
All right, so
Nice.
your lizard goes underneath, and now you are in a hallway that extends left and right. Across from you is a window, presumably that looks onto the courtyard.
Oh boy. All right. Anybody feeling lucky about left or right?
Well, I know there's a person that always goes left because I think left is the coolest.
I like
also
that.
say that this there is a carpet runner that runs along this hallway.
All right. So I'm going to
Blue.
walk on the carpet and change color to that carpet.
All right. All right,
And,
so you stealthily match the blue, the Augsburg blue, as it were, and you scamper along to the left, you said?
Sure.
Okay. You basically you get to another door, similar in size and look to the one you just left, and then the hallway continues for a little ways and then turns right.
All right. I'm going to peek under that door.
Okay. Give me a perception check and a stealth check.
Perception is 10. Yeah.
Don't bother with the stealth. You're fine.
Oh. All right. Stealth was 11.
You see. You see in this room a person sitting in the chair at the desk. It's laid out a lot like the room you just left. So hold on 1 second. Yeah, you see this person sort of fuming. They seem a little out of sorts, sort of angrily writing at the desk,
Ooh.
muttering to themselves.
All right. I relay that info.
Is it male, female?
Oh, yeah. Can I tell if it's male?
Yeah, male.
Can you recognize him? Is he anybody we know or?
You do not recognize this person.
No. He's pissed.
What did you get? A 17?
For perception?
Yeah.
It was 10.
Oh, 10. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They look upset about something, and they're writing something. This room does look more lived in. You can tell the wardrobe door is open. There are some clothes hanging inside it. The same style of traveling trunk, not exactly the same, but the same style of traveling trunk is pushed up against one wall.
All right.
And the bed curtains are also sort of parted in to let air circulate. They're not closed or anything. There's no one in the bed. There's just the one man sitting at the desk, fuming as he writes something.
All right. So I pass it on, and I tell the guys, probably not going to investigate further into this angry Gus's room.
Grumpy Gus.
Grumpy Gus. Yeah, he's probably go further down the hallway or something.
All right.
All right. So I run out and run further down the hallway.
All right.
Scaredy.
You are turning the corner right, and as you do so, you notice a Queen's Guard walking toward you.
Oh, I'm dead lizard.
Probably about, still at this point, probably about 40 feet away.
Camille.
I've been camelling the whole time.
You had a stealth of 17? You had a 17 at one point. What was the 17? Give me a stealth check for now then.
That's acrobatics.
Give me a
For getting
stealth
under
check.
the door.
Give me a stealth check. With the +4 because you're blued in to the carpet.
Oh, then that'd be 18.
All right. You see the Queen's Guard hesitate for a second, and then start walking faster than they just were.
Can I tell if he's looking at me?
She is looking in your direction.
Okay. I'm right near the corner, right?
You are. So the runner sort of comes and makes the corner. So if the hallway is 7-ish feet wide, the runner is probably 3 feet of that, and it's in the center of it. And then you're at the corner where the hallway runner, where the deep blue hallway runner turns the corner.
All right. Can I scamper back around the corner
Sure.
and go up the wall?
Sure.
All right. I'm going to go up the wall above her height.
All right. Roll another stealth check for hiding on the wall.
17.
All right.
And then it's also the +4, whatever.
The Queen's Guard gets to the corner after picking up the speed, and they sort of look from your vantage point. You can see them sort of look down the hall, and she goes over to the door that you were just looking underneath. Doesn't see you. She knocks on the door. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Everything all right? Yes, leave me be. Very good. She continues down the hall.
All right. So I radio back. It's getting dangerous in here. They're looking for lizards now. I don't think they care about me, honestly.
Yeah, she had a 19 to your 18, so she saw something out of the corner of her eye. She wasn't sure at all what it was.
All right.
I don't know. We haven't really got our information yet. I think we should press forward.
All right. Keep looking.
Yeah.
So I scamper down and
You can always bamf out whenever you need to.
All right. Well, let's try one more room. See what we can get. I scamper down and I continue down around the corner.
So at this point, let's see. So you would know when your connection fades. So let's see. So you guys are there.
Oh yeah. I feel it's pretty solid. Feeling pretty strong.
Yeah, you can get. You're not going to be able to get to the next door.
Can we go the other direction down the hallway?
You could go the other direction down the hallway. You do see a spiral staircase, sort of midway along that hall. that goes down, and there is a door near it, and then there is. You see the other corner of the hallway, but you know that if you send the lizard all the way down to that corner, you will lose your 100-foot connection.
Okay, the door near it, that's not a fancy double door, right? Is it just a...
It looks like a door that would continue upwards.
Can we walk Twizzard? Can we lead him to a closer connection point?
I gave you the benefit of the doubt that you're sort of closest to that. What you could do, you could lead him. You'd have to leave the trees and lead him along the walkway, and then go basically along the northern edge. You're now in the northern hallway of the second floor of the castle. So if you moved from your northwest corner vantage point and walked along the northern edge of the lake, yes, then you could do that.
Yeah, I think we should do that. So to keep the connection and get a little more info, and then we can.
Yeah, no, you could
I
definitely.
can bamf my pseudo dragon out, and you can bamf out wherever. Like he can always bamf out whenever he wants, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So why don't we do that, and let's just lead him so I can see again, and we'll just lead him and try to not draw attention to yourself being so blind and deaf.
If you guys have something that I could like wrap around my eyes, like a blind man or something, because then it'd be real easy. Because you could be helping me stumble around, trying to get home or something.
Oh yeah, okay. Or just glasses. We could give you glasses.
I mean, I figured the cloth would be easier. I don't know if I have either of those.
All right, cloth then.
I can, yeah.
I have a scarf. I forgot that I bought the scarf in.
Yeah, but that's going to be big, isn't it? It's not like you probably just want like a piece of linen cloth that you wrap around your eyes.
Does one of you have a health kit or an herbal kit?
Yeah, someone.
I have some bagpipes to help.
Bagpipes? You carry bagpipes? So ridiculous.
I have a healer's kit containing bandages.
There you go.
There you go, that'll work.
Nailed it. All right, so Finric, so Paelias, you bamf out of yours.
Yeah.
So not only do you leave its consciousness, but you also bamf it out.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Finric and Paelias lead Mr. Twizzard basically out of the trees. Give me stealth checks for leading him out of the trees and not attracting attention as you lead blind Mr. Twizzard out of the trees. Twizzard, give me.
Oh, nat 20.
All right. You guys do it. You're back on the path, and you don't think anyone's seen you.
Nice.
And so
Nice
you're
work.
now leading Twizzard around the northern side. So Twizzard, you are still on the wall. On the wall. What would you like to do? You're basically midway down the northern hallway right now.
All right, so this is a group lizard scouting, so I'm gonna ask for feedback. So I tell them I can see a stairwell and I can see a door, but I also could go back the other way, the opposite way from when we came in.
Well, if you were doing that, you'd want to be leading him along the western edge.
Okay, so we're heading towards the stairwell or the door. So does anybody have any strong feelings about either?
Let's do the stairwell.
Sorry. So basically, this is not the view you want to see of this, but you're basically, this was the tower. This is the room that you saw the angry man in, or not this room in particular because it's a different floor. But and then midway along here, you see a staircase going down and a door of what would be blocking a staircase going up, basically, and then you'd be continuing on to the tower room of the front of the castle, what would be the northeastern corner or tower.
The fancy pants tower of the castle?
The fancy pants one would be above the room with the fuming man.
Ooh,
Oh, maybe we should try to go there.
maybe we want to go up.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go up then.
All
if
right,
you
so
wanna
can I
go-
squeeze under the door that's going up?
your best bet would be the door. Yeah, so you squeeze under that door, and there is indeed a staircase that leads up.
I scamper up all the steps.
All right. As you get to the top of it, you are now out on the battlement.
I change color to the stones. I forgot I was blue.
Give me a stealth check.
11.
As you come out onto the battlement, the Queen's Guard is right near you. And they sort of turn. And they know something's there. And they start to investigate.
All right, and I yell, I may have been spotted. I can use distraction, or I've got to bamf out or something.
And you see them looking really intently, like around the doorway, but you like sort of came out on the ground and you're stone colored. So they got a nat 20 to perceive you, and then they got a 3 on investigation. So they're like looking very closely in the wrong place. And they
Just
sort
stay
of
still, man.
They sort
Yeah,
of take
I'm
a
not
step
moving.
back, and they're like,
He licks his eyeball.
I don't move. I know a guard's vision is based on movement.
He's like,
and they continue walking along the battlement. And you guys, from where you are, you can see this Queen's Guard who you couldn't see a moment before because they're on the sort of the non-lake side, the courtyard side, so they weren't from your angle 20 feet below. But now you see them come over and they sort of look over the battlement. And there's like other people walking, and you guys are in the shadow and they don't see you, so they just sort of continue on their patrol.
Nice.
All right. So they've got a pretty solid guard here. They're pretty perceptive, for sure.
What do you guys throw a rock at him or something?
What do you want?
When do you guys throw a rock at him or something?
You want us to throw a rock at him?
At the guy on the battlements?
I mean, even if they perceived you, it would be worse for them to perceive us.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, you're a lizard, or there probably
Right.
shouldn't be a lizard, but you're still a lizard. You're surrounded by a lake. It's not, you got some wiggle room, maybe.
Yeah.
Depends on the guard.
Yeah, we don't want to draw attention to us, though.
All right.
So I would say sit tight until they lose interest, and then continue on.
Yeah, they've lost interest. They're walking down, which is west, toward the fancy tower. Now, if you look that direction, what you see is the battlement going, and then where there's a sort of a round tower here. Let me draw this. I don't have a detailed version of this, but I can draw it real quick. So if this is the midpoint where you came out of the stairs, you look down here. This is the room, and there's a door here, and then the guards would walk along this path. They wouldn't go into that room, but this guard basically goes down to here, and turns and starts coming back toward you. So they're walking this battlement,
Okay.
and the battlement itself is. Say 100 feet long.
Okay. All right. So he's leaving. He's not looking at me anymore.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not.
All right.
They sort of saw something. They looked where they thought they saw it, couldn't find it. They looked over the edge, didn't see anything out of the ordinary, and they're just continuing their patrol.
All right. So can I crawl up the wall of the battlement and then crawl over the edge of it onto the side that's closest to where Finric and Paelias are, and scamper along?
That's the wall that's crenellated. So
Well, what's your plan here? Where are you going?
I was gonna walk down the battlement
To go where?
to the fancy room,
Oh, good. Yeah. Okay, perfect.
but I didn't want to walk right down the middle of it.
Right. That makes sense.
you want to walk on the. Do you want to walk on the outer edge?
Yeah, I was gonna walk on the outer wall.
Got it.
Right.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, so you quickly while their back is turned and they're like 50 feet down, you scamper across up over a crenellation and on the other side, and then you can go down the edge of that. And sure enough, yep, they pause, they sort of look again, and they start to walk back the 100 feet to the other corner. And so you basically pass them at some point, but they don't see you at all because you're on the other wall.
All right. So then I do the reverse, come back in, and
Okay, so now you're right by the fancy pants room on the northwestern corner.
all right. If there's a door, I'm gonna scooch under it.
Give me an acrobatics. This is a better door than below.
15.
All right. You. It's a little bit of a squeeze, but you get in.
I gotta eat less flies.
This is an opulent room. This is. You appear to be in a small sitting room, but it opens wider. You can see there's no door. It sort of opens wider into a bigger room beyond. The carpet is thick beneath your chameleon toes. Not carpet. It's like a thick woven rug. And you push in a little further and give me a perception check.
5.
I mean, you're on the ground. Clearly, this is a room of someone who has a lot of money. Yeah.
But nobody's in it, right?
What's that?
Can I tell if anybody's in it?
You don't think there's anyone in it?
All right.
Smells nice.
All right.
But that's more like a room, like the room was set up to house someone above here, not necessarily that the inhabitant at the moment.
Good question. There's no one's stuff in it. Is there that I could tell?
No, there's stuff. Oh yeah. This is a.
Is it nice stuff? Is it like a traveler's type of stuff, or is it like someone who just like lives there year round type of stuff?
Someone who lives there.
Oh, okay.
You recognize any of the stuff, like familiar carpets or rugs or underwear?
Now we're talking.
I mean, not with a 5. You don't. You can tell it. You'd have to get a little height, maybe. Spend some extra time.
You went through Falrus underwear drawer. I know you can identify it again if you need to.
I still have it. I still carry it with me. Very. Oh, that's what you guys could have used on my eyes.
False underwear.
Yeah, but he might have noticed. He'd be walking past, be like,
Those are
"Hold
my
on.
fine linen bloomers.
Wait a second."
How fascinating.
All right. Is there anything anyone wants me to check out specifically in this room a little closer?
Yeah, even with a 5, you get the idea that this may be where the king and queen of Augsburg sleep at night.
Ooh. All right. Does that interest us?
I don't know that it does.
You could poop on something.
I think we're trying to figure out where the guests are staying.
Do I have to poop?
I
feel like I'm an animal. I can just go whenever I want. Like
You do
you've
not
always
have
got
to poop, actually. You must have pooped just before bamfing in while you were in the Feywild.
Bummer.
I gotta eat more flies.
You
All right.
managed to...
I assumed you pooped while bamfing. It seems like the type of thing that would get one to lose one's bowels.
I always
mean,
poop
you
when I bam.
managed the pee earlier. That's all you got in you, sorry.
That's why I'm so quick now, because I'm empty. Okay. All right. So this room's cool, but kind of a bust. We're not really looking for this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you could like scamper up onto a desk and do another perception check if you want.
Yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna run up to a desk, get some vantage, some height, and see what we see. All right. So I run up a desk.
Perception.
Yes, perception. 12.
This looks to be some. This is not a writing desk. This is a getting ready desk. You see some bottles, some tinctures. You see a finely crafted wooden box with a reddish hue. You see a stand of sorts holding different necklaces. And there's a mirror backing this. This is a vanity of some sort with very nice jewelry on it. And you.
So I radio back. I know this is not our intention, but would anyone like to change us into a small robbery heist? Would anyone like some necklaces?
I feel like if we're going to break in here tomorrow, it's probably not great to set them on high alert tonight.
Noted.
Right.
Noted. Good thinking.
But tomorrow, if we have some extra time, definitely.
This room.
Yeah. After we kill Thorolf, there's no holds bar.
All right. It's looting time. All right. So this room's cool. So I scamper down and I go out the door again.
Yeah, from that vantage point, you could see that there was another sort of a more writing desk and two large wardrobes and a king-sized, rather large four-poster bed.
Okay.
This is a well-appointed room.
All right.
But yeah, you go back toward the door. You poke your head underneath.
Yeah, take a look.
Give me a perception check.
3.
No.
He's getting worse. I think he's getting tired.
I just run out.
You. Yeah, you know there's a guard somewhere there, but you don't see them, so you're like, I'll take a chance, and you just go for it. Where would you like to go? You want to go sort of. So you're at this door. Do you want to go along the western battlement or northern battlement?
Well, so we've already visited 2 of them, right?
You
And
visited on the second floor. You saw 2 rooms, one with the open window and one next door to it with the angry man.
okay.
Directly above that is arguably the queen's chambers,
Which is where I am now.
which is what you're outside of right now.
All right. So then I want to head back. Stay on that floor, but head back the way. Wait. I want to be above angry guy, right?
When you were in this room, you were above angry guy.
Yeah, this was the same Battlemen.
Oh, okay. All right.
We've
All
only
right.
seen the side of it so far.
All right. So do we need to go the complete opposite side of the castle?
Yeah, we've got 3 other sides. We've got 3 other corners.
Okay. Okay.
So you guys will
Boats?
need to lead him back around. Let's flash over to Finistel and Lily. So Lily, you've gotten back. It is around 5:15 or so. You know that those guys are conducting some reconnaissance of some kind. You heard some chatter over the sending stone. But you and Finistel are still outside near the guardhouse.
So, Finistel, anything you want to see while you're hearing yarns?
Well, I honestly, kind of the fact that they're against magic kind of turns me off a little. I mean, I should do some research, I suppose. Learn a little about the governing structure, just so I'm aware of it. But I mean, it's very the pretzel I heard earlier was quite good.
Well, I've got about an hour and a half to spare before my dagger is finished being sharpened, so
Shall we?
I'm up for anything.
Should we grab a cup of tea at that? What was it? The Tinuan Meadows, the place you're supposed to meet someone.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
I'm supposed to meet them tomorrow, right?
Yes.
All right.
This would be
So
more
let's
of
get
a-
a layout of the land
This
to
would
kind
be
of
getting
figure
a
out.
layout. Oh, wait, where is it?
All right, take out my handy dandy map.
Oh, yes, and it's listed on there. And if this is one of those things where like people pay to advertise in it, clearly Tinuan Meadows paid a good bit because it's like sort of called out very clearly, and you find it quite easily. It's rather large.
An off coupon when we show them this map.
But yeah, so it's getting, it's 5:15, 5:30, and there is a crowd outside the Tinuan Meadows.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's a bit of a hot place to be.
All right, well, let's see if we could just kind of scoot in and maybe walk around, get an idea of the layout.
Yeah, no, you use your high status walk and you're dressed well. You're the daughter of a noble, and Finistel's no slouch. So you sort of you meander in. People make way a little bit. You can see some people sort of like trying to like size you up, decide where you're clearly an outsider. Probably, I think have we seen? Is she one of the? No. And so they're like you sort of Finistel's acting a little aloof, and you guys head in. There is a rather large three-sided bar on the one side, lots of tables, and a rather large staircase off in the back. But it's crowded. There's people sitting at most of the tables. Some are free. And the bar, I would say maybe 3/4 full. Some of the people outside were just sort of like gathering, meeting up. It's like it's a place to meet and be seen.
Okay, so then I guess
If you wanted
I
to get
don't
a table, you probably
necessarily
could.
know the etiquette of this land in terms of, do we just take a table and wait for someone to come over to us, or do we go up to the barkeep and say, hey, listen, we're interested in getting a bite to eat?
There's a little stand, and you see a rather tidy individual behind it. He's like, oh, yes. Would you care for a table?
Yes, a table for two, but
Very
we
good.
wouldn't mind sharing if you are running low on space.
No, I think it can be done. And he sort of flags over another person who works there. They sort of bow to you and beckon you to follow them. Please come with me. And they sort of deftly, but never losing you, like clearly parting the way, but also like making sure you're with them, like very good at their job. Bring you to this table against the far wall. Yeah, a nice two-seated, and sort of there's a chair against the wall facing the room, and then there's a chair facing the wall.
All right, well, I'm going to request the chair that's facing the room so I
Yep.
can do some people watching.
Yep.
However, is it possible to kind of shift the chairs in a way that we can both be kind of looking out towards, or is it
If
you can
Finistel
only...
did that, she'd be kind of like, she'd then have her like back to this table that's right next to yours, and that's where there are people eating, so it'd be a little odd. So,
All right,
but
okay.
you could
Now,
definitely sit
I
in the
can
one against the
picture
wall and look out.
it. All right, yeah, that's fine.
And there's still, I mean, it's still light outside. There's still, they have lit candles and candelabra inside, but there's still light coming in the windows. It's a nice place.
Okay.
Would you care for something to drink?
Yes. Do you have any specialty teas?
Yes. We have the winter rose tea and the Aland spice tea.
Ooh, I will go with the Elan Spice, please. Thank you.
And for you, I'll try the winter rose. Very good. He sort of goes off with your drink order.
All right, Finistel. I will keep my eyes open for interesting looking people. And then I'll give you a little clue if you should kind of turn around or pretend to drop something and take a look. I don't know.
Yes, let me know if I should detect magic.
Oh, yes. Actually, I think Lily can do that now, too.
Oh, shit. Nice.
I think that's what I took for my next spell. No, maybe. Oh yeah, I do. I have detect magic.
All right. Yeah, I mean this is a bustling place. You hear some languages other than common being spoken, mostly common though. And yeah, just people sitting down, having an early dinner. Maybe before this place gets really crowded. You get the idea that it probably gets really crowded later. He comes over and brings the tea, and he's like, "Of any food for you, madams?"
Oh, I think we might start off with an appetizer, perhaps.
Yes, yes, very good. Might I recommend the herring toast?
Oh, well, that does sound quite interesting.
Hairy toast.
No, herring. Herring toast.
A thick accent.
Yeah. Do you happen to have any of the pretzels that are so popular right now?
Yes, we have a pretzel drizzled with a mustard. Sounding French for some reason.
Well,
Still haven't quite gotten the
that's a
Swabian
French
accent
mustard.
down.
It's a Dijon mustard.
Yes, it is a large gourmet pretzel with various dipping sauces, mustards, cheeses, spiced blends.
Well, I think that sounds good. Maybe we'll get that to share. Is that all right, Finistal? Or wait, am I calling her Finistal? She doesn't have a special name. She's just going by Finistal, right?
She's going by Venisdale.
All right.
Yeah, yes, of course, of course.
I'll call her Finn.
Stiniful.
Finny.
Very good. And then he goes off again. All right. All right.
All right. I don't know what else we need to do except for eat. So
Yep, fair enough.
I'm just biding my time.
Flashing back, you guys have now basically gone back around, so you can follow and keep within 100 feet as the lizard now goes along the eastern Battlemen. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm honestly getting a little bit confused as to where
Where you're
we're
located.
headed.
I know.
But
I'm sorry.
okay.
Here, let's do this. Let's do this. This is silly. This is silly. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So you guys. So here you guys are, like, basically like walking along here, leading Twizzard in between you. And again, it's not the right floor of the thing, but whatever. So this is the frog. This is the lizard. And so now you're basically going along 2 stories up along
Okay.
the Battlemen along there, making your way toward. Again, this is the tower. This tower and this tower go to 3 stories. And so while you're walking along a Battleman here, when you get to here, it's the same sort of connection there. But there is another door leading into. Actually, the door would be on this side. So you'd have to go. But you also see the Queen's Guard, who's on that battlement. So if you want, you could do your trick where you walk on the outside, because you can stick the wall.
Yes. Definitely
you
walking
do
on the
that.
outside.
You sort of like size up where she is. When she turns and starts to walk, you like, okay, you go over. You can't see her for a while. And then you take the chance and you poke back over, and sure enough, she's where you expect her to be. And so you can scamper around and basically get over to here as these guys make their way around there.
All right.
So another
then there's a
door
door.
into the basically 3rd floor room of this tower.
All right. I'm definitely going under that door.
All right. Give me a perception check as you come inside.
12.
All right. This is a room of planning and action. You see a large table in the center. Arrayed around it are chairs. There are some what look to be closets, sort of against some of the walls. A lot of rolled, sort of tall tubes in a holder in one corner. you get the idea that maybe they could maybe hold maps that would then be unrolled and placed on this table. This seems like a room where you would plan a battle from, or conduct affairs of high state with a select few. You get the feeling there is a sword hung on one of the walls with a plaque underneath it. There is a head of a stag coming out of one of the walls, again, mounted sort of on the wall. And there's also a fireplace in the other room, but there's also a fireplace in this room. Unlit fire.
All right. So this doesn't seem like the room that we were looking for, though. Good to know that this is here. So I radio back. Do we want to go down one, or do we want to go across to the next rampart? Battlement?
Yeah, if you want to get to more of the bedrooms, you'd have to basically go down a staircase again.
Okay.
Or go down a wall, I suppose, and try to find an open window.
Yeah, I guess we're looking for bedrooms specifically, right?
Yeah, we can stay in this battlement for now.
All right. So I guess I'll try and go over the wall and see if there's a window I can scamper down.
Okay, so you go basically down a floor. The windows on this side all seem to be closed.
They're what?
Closed.
Uh-oh.
So you could either go back over and take the stairs down, but now on the southern side. You took the northern staircase before. You would now be taking a southern staircase.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Southern stairs.
I've always liked going south.
Yeehaw!
So by this
Yes.
point, you are a tiny lizard. You're familiar with their movements. You time it so you can get into the staircase and down. And again, there's a closed door at the second floor. You squeeze underneath that, and you are now again in the same sort of hallway that you were before, with the nice carpeted runner. And you could go back to where you think there'd be more rooms, or you could go forward to where you think there might be more rooms.
All right.
There's no room
Taking a vote here, guys. Any opinions?
So you're either gonna go
All right.
up here or back to here.
Let's go back.
Okay. You go back, and there is indeed another room, sort of, again, the room that would be underneath the war room that you were just in. And so you can squeeze under that door if you'd like.
Yes.
All right. Give me a stealth check and a perception check, please.
All right. I rolled first, so I guess that's stealth. That would be 11. And then.
That's with the +4.
Oh no, I didn't do that. So that'd be 15.
Okay.
And perception. What can I add to that? 18. Perception. I got a 2.
I don't know what you add to that. Don't you subtract something?
Okay, so I'm negative something. What, negative 2?
Yeah, you walk in, and it looks very similar to what you're now sort of getting the idea that these are sort of the guest bedrooms for royalty. You're not sure if anyone's in it from where you are right now.
Can I climb up a desk or something?
Yeah, there's a desk. Go ahead and climb up it.
All right.
You poke your head over the top, and you find yourself staring into the eyes of a very startled man. He's like, "Oh, who's that?" And he swipes at you. Does an 8 hit? What's your armor class as a lizard?
Not gonna be good. Hold on. There it goes.
Armor class is 10.
Oh, it does not.
All right, yeah, he's sort of like really startled. He swipes at you clumsily, and you sort of duck underneath it. And he's like, what is this? And he sort of like stands up. What do you want to do?
I want to run out the door.
All right, so you basically jump off the desk and boom, and run out. He's like, ah! You run out the door. Where are you gonna go? You can go back towards the room with the open window, or back toward the staircase. Which way are you gonna go?
To the staircase.
The door swings open as you start running toward the staircase. Gods, this is a creature in my. And you see this Queen's Guard sort of turn around at the end of the hall. You're running toward the stairs. They're in the other corner.
Bam.
Nah.
Oh yeah, because that's not suspicious.
I run around the corner, bam.
You run around the well. So right now, here's the deal, right? So this guy came out of the room here. The Queen's Guard is down here. You're running toward the staircase that's in the center. That either goes up or down. You could try to jump into the staircase and then bam.
You think I'll beat him there? All right, I'm gonna go for it.
All right, give me just a straight dexterity check. And what is your movement as a lizard?
20 feet.
All right, give me that dexterity check.
Ooh, that's a number that doesn't subtract anything. 9.
All right. So you get 20 feet. The guard gets 30 feet closer, and is for the purposes of this, the staircase is in the center, 50 feet from either side.
He's gonna beat me.
It looks like the guard is gonna beat you. It'll be close, but the guard will beat you to the staircase.
Okay.
Camille!
If it's already seen, it doesn't matter, does it?
Well, you don't
Is
know
there
if she's seen you or if she's just running toward the guy who swung the door open and yelled for the guards.
Is there a window?
There are windows, but they are closed.
Closed.
Go under the rug. Scurry.
All right. I mean, am I on the rug or am I on the stone to the
Last
side?
time you were in the halls, you were on the rug and you turned blue. So I'm going to say you're on the rug and you're blue.
Yeah, I'm blue. All right, I'm gonna hold still.
All right, give me a stealth check.
Come on, baby, don't fail me. What is it, Erin?
It's a 6.
It's a 6. 6 for
plus
stealth.
Oh, but +4.
Yeah, +4.
Oh, so 10. So you freeze.
Who's worried?
As the guard runs past, she stomps down on your tail.
Ow!
Give
That's not
me
cool.
a Constitution save to see if you can remain frozen.
19.
19.
Nice.
Yeah, even though your tail
Good freeze.
is in pain, the guard runs past you and gets to the gentleman. And what does the guard say? Seldrick, what is the matter? There's a creature. There was a creature on my desk. I don't know. I swiped at it. It went into the hallway. She sort of looks around, doesn't see you. Seldrick, what sort of creature? I don't know. Some lizard. Did you have your window open? No, I did not have my window open. All right, well, I will keep an eye out, Saldrag. I will see what I can do. Please. Quinn will call for you when the time is right. He sort of slams the door. The Queen's Guard sort of it takes a
Rolls
look
her
around.
eyes.
Rolls her eyes, takes a look around, doesn't see you, but does start to walk back toward you.
All right, before she turns around, bam,
Okay. All right.
I'm out of here. Guys, it was getting too hot. Apparently, they see one tiny little lizard in the castle and all hell breaks loose.
All right. That was good. That was a nice reconnaissance.
I don't know if I found anything useful, but we at least found rooms we know we don't necessarily need to look at further.
Right.
Or maybe we do. All right. Plan B?
Yeah. Let's get out of here and let the heat cool down.
Infiltrate the guard bar?
Yeah. Let's see how the ladies did.
All
Oh
right.
wait, isn't Plan B Tallrith? Come on, Finric. Come on, Finric.
It was Plan B. I don't know that we're actually going in letter order.
I don't know if we're at Plan B yet.
Oh my god.
I want to do Tallrith so bad.
Wait, so that's where you stand on his shoulders, or he stands on your shoulders. One of you
Somebody's
wears
on someone's shoulder.
hat
And they're
of
wearing the
disguise.
hat of disguise.
to make a short Falrith with robes that like somehow cover the one beneath you.
Yes.
Alright.
Yes.
But you have like the red robe or whatever. Or a black robe of Eve. Whatever.
Yeah,
Eve
he
has
does.
his red robe?
do- yeah,
Burgundy?
We do have those.
Yeah, you would have the burgundy robes from Eva.
Yeah, we have a set of each, black and burgundy.
Nope.
Oh, we're oh,
And you have extra big one because of
Mr. Bones.
Mr. Bones.
Oh, Tallrith gets so.
Oh my god.
That's it. That's the answer.
All
All right.
well,
Well, we could go see who else is doing what, but let's just keep that in the front of our minds.
I think you guys sending Stone to Lily to try to meet up. I would say it's about 6 p.m. I think that's where we'll call it for tonight, or unless there's anything you want to.
Can I just go pick up my dagger
You
so
can
I
go
have
pick
it?
up your dagger. Absolutely. Yeah. Do you want to question the blacksmith at all?
Sure. I will ask the blacksmith. Oh, this is great work. Thank you so much. I thought you did your work in a very timely manner. I don't understand why that one lady was so upset with you.
Yes. No, the one lady you speak of, yes, is Anna Wensdale, the High Steward of Augsburg Castle. Now, we have served them faithfully for many, many scores of years, but there is a bit of a tension right now. I'm sure you have heard of the disappearance. The disappearance of the Odavakar king and the queen. But their daughter is here. I believe things are progressing with Jansalong, but I don't know. It seems that, Miss Wensdale is a bit put out of late, and unfortunately, I fell under her gaze today. But it is fine. Wilson has done a fine job with your knife, with your dagger. It is a well-crafted blade, by the way. But yes, it was all pass. It's no problem.
Well, if there's anything that I could do to help smooth over the issue with the High Steward, maybe if you need to have a message delivered or something along those lines, I might be able to help you out.
I'm sorry, what did you say your name was again?
Oh, I am Sally Copperhead. And I
Yes.
show her underneath my scarf my bright red hair.
I do not, this is not, no matter.
All right, well, here are my receipt and my payment. How much was it? A few coppers?
Yeah, what did she say it was? 3, I think?
Yeah, well, you said a few, so I figured that's 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good, thank you. Enjoy the festival.
Thank you. And I will definitely refer people to you if they ask me if I know of a good blacksmith.
Thank you.
All right, I walk out and then I rejoin the group.
All right, we'll pick things up in 2 weeks' time. Let's see, what day is today?
Today's the 28th.
Yeah.
Next week is the 4th. And the week after that, I believe, is the 18th? No,
11th.
11th.
Could we do the 10th? Well, let's see. We'll talk about that in a bit. Thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you folks again for another episode of BND Live.